the potential for blockchain and for tokenization as one element of that is enormous. It's so big already, and we are looking at exponential growth over the next 2 or 3 years. And if we position ourselves correctly with the right partners and we integrate the right platforms, most suitable platforms onto XDC, then we really are a sleeping giant that is in the process of waking up right now.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video, we're going to be diving into some insights on crypto adoption and attitudes on digital transformation all around the world, jumping into some ongoing developments that have just recently taken place this past month in September on the XDC, Hbar, and Flare network. So make sure that you stick around for the entirety of this video breakdown. We're also going to be jumping into some video clips and some panel discussions that kind of correlate with the information that I'm going to be sharing with you all today. Now, if this is your first time here on the CYPRX YouTube, we do ask that you do us a favor, you smash that thumbs up button and you subscribe. Now, in today's video, we're going to be jumping in and reading one of our research reports from September 18th. A lot of this information goes readily unnoticed to the mainstream. So it is, in my personal opinion, extremely important that you're paying attention, because this type of information keeps you in the loop, it keeps you forward looking, and it lets you know what is happening behind the scenes via this ongoing fourth industrial revolution, showing you all that there are, for a fact, very important developments happening on these specific networks and via large organizations like the European government or parliament, so on and so forth, happening behind the scenes that the mainstream will never tell you about. Now, we post these reports, if you enjoy myself reading them to you all today, on our newly created X profile, the CYPRX Research Lab, where some of our CYPRX researchers will be posting daily uploads and fundamentals on this X profile. So make sure that you go give this page a follow. It's just CYPRX Research Lab official, and the handle is CYPRX Research. And you guys can see, if you scroll down just a little bit, you can actually click open these reports and read through them yourself. So if you enjoy today's report, you know, we are 110% committed here at CYPRX to delivering exclusive research and insights that go way beyond the mainstream sources. And that's exactly what we're going to deliver today. So let's kick this off. And I actually want to start by playing a clip from Doug Brooks of the XDC network from a podcast that took place a couple of months back, where he mentioned that XDC is a sleeping giant. We're actually going to be starting off with the XDC network and some developments that took place this past month in September. Then we'll jump into Hbar, then we'll get into Flare, and then we'll come back to this Gemini 2024 Global State of Crypto report, giving you guys some insights from some industry leading experts, talking about the global state of crypto and where they see the momentum right now in the digital asset space. And then we'll end it with this report, the future of the European competitiveness, because this will coexist with video clips that I've played from panelists on stage telling you guys that in order for organizations, governments, and industry leading experts right now to remain competitive, they need to adopt these digital assets. They need to adopt and migrate into this digital transformation, whether that's through a digital transformation strategy, a digital asset strategy, or a team, so on and so forth. And this document from September 2024 proves that to be the case.
This will be fine, but in the meantime, of course, you've got these other jurisdictions lobbying, jockeying to try and get the vanguard seat for digital assets. And who wants to be the next digital asset hub?
Yeah, it's competitive.
Yeah.
You're kind of missing out if you don't try and play in the race. So
let's kick it off. Let's set the tone with Doug Brooks from the XDC network, mentioning that XDC is a sleeping giant.
Good indicators for what you've just said are the size of the trade finance opportunity for blockchain, which is a couple of $1 trillion. That's an enormous opportunity. And on top of that, Citibank published a report very recently in which a couple of XDC personalities made very nice contributions. The key stat in all of that is their estimation of the size of the tokenization market, which they say will soon be worth $4 trillion. So the potential for blockchain and for tokenization as one element of that is enormous. It's so big already, and we are looking at exponential growth over the next 2 or 3 years. And if we position ourselves correctly with the right partners and we integrate the right platforms, most suitable platforms onto XDC, then we really are a sleeping giant that is in the process of waking up right now.
Right. So scrolling down here in this report, you can see that we talk about the XDC network and some developments that took place or that you might have missed in September. As of time of recording this video breakdown, it is the 23rd of September. This report is from the 18th. So let's just cover some of the massive developments that the XDC network experienced in September, which was a groundbreaking month for the XDC network, with major developments highlighting its expanding influence in the blockchain world. So here is a quick look from all of the developments that took place on the XDC network in September. We had the launch of the XDC 0x Camp Accelerator program on September 2nd at the beginning of the month in 2024, where Zinfin and the XDC network teamed up with the Foundership, a global Web3 accelerator, to kick off the XDC 0 Camp program. It was a 12-week initiative designed to help 6 innovative startups grow within the Web3 ecosystem. These projects will integrate with the XDC network's mainnet and mint their native tokens, spanning diverse sectors like SocialFi, DeFi, gaming, esports, and real-world assets. The program offered mentorships in areas like tokenomics, business growth, and technical support, and it will culminate in a demo day at Token 249, which just took place in Singapore, where startups will pitch their projects to Web3 investors, and at the end of the program, qualifying startups could receive up to $100,000 in investments. Now, again, this is something that happened at the beginning of September. Now, fast forward, we had Trade Enabler. Trade Enabler connected to the XDC network on September 10th, 2024. Trade Enabler reached a key milestone by fully integrating with the XDC network, creating a bridge between Web3 and traditional finance. Now, that is absolutely massive because we know we are right now in an environment where the infrastructure in order to handle large-scale financial institutions is being built out, and you can see that integration taking place on the XDC network through Trade Enabler. Now, Trade Enabler offers solutions for asset-based lending in e-commerce and document verification, addressing issues such as fraud and authentication. Trade Enabler also provides stealth authentication for transactions, helping businesses and individuals secure sales across platforms, major platforms like Facebook and TikTok. So by leveraging the transparency and immutability of the blockchain, Trade Enabler ensures that both buyers and sellers remain accountable without compromising their privacy, offering a seamless way to protect high-value assets, digital goods, and intellectual property. This, in my personal opinion, is a major development because we know that the entire infrastructure in the global world that we're living in right now is all moving digital. Right? And so this is just another integration on the XDC network that helps enable digital transformation. Number 3, we had the AI audit feature launched on XDC Scan on September 13th, 2024, which was a major boost to the XDC network security infrastructure. The AI audit feature went live on XDC Scan powered by BlockScan. This tool allows developers to quickly identify and address vulnerabilities in smart contracts, offering a detailed analysis of issued severity. The integration of AI strengthens the ecosystem, ensuring higher security standards across the entire network. Users can now run audits directly on any verified contract, making it easier to maintain secure decentralized applications. So that, I thought, was something that we would add in this report, because yet it shows another ongoing development on the XDC network for the month of September. And again, that was September 13th. Then on the same day, September 13th, we had Earnscape integrate with the XDC mainnet. Now, keep in mind, the first fundamental piece that we mentioned to you guys was the XDC 0x Camp, and you can see that Earnscape was actually one of those participants. And it mentioned in this report that some of these participants were going to integrate into the XDC's mainnet. So it just shows continued developments throughout the month of September in growth of the XDC network, because Earnscape, which was a gaming reward platform, officially went live on the XDC mainnet. This integration promises faster and more secure transactions, revolutionizing how gaming rewards are distributed. By utilizing blockchain, Earnscape's reward systems aim to enhance user retention and attract new traffic, marking another step forward in the evolution of decentralized gaming. Here you can see that announcement on the EarnScapeX profile, where they said that we are excited to announce Earnscape is now officially integrated and live on the XDC Foundation mainnet. Get ready for faster, more secure transactions as we continue to revolutionize gaming rewards. So it's right, it's the earn to play mentality, this whole digital transformation where you're literally going to be able to make money from your digital assets, getting your assets to work for you, or playing to earn, earning yield, so on and so forth. So September for the XDC network was a pivotal moment for the growth of the XDC ecosystem. And we are continuing to see innovation across different sectors, pushing the boundaries for blockchain technology, further solidifying the XDC network's presence in the Web3 space. Moving on to Hedera. Hedera also had a transformative month in September. So let's jump into some key developments. But before we do that, I want to play a video clip of Mance Harmon just a couple of months ago. This particular video breakdown only has 191 views. So take that into consideration when people are fudding Hedera, they're fudding Hbar, and they're not tapped into this type of research, right? Take a second and listen to what Mance Harmon says about how Hedera will be a major player of this new internet, this new digital infrastructure that they are building that will be integrated into the everyday fabric of our everyday lives. Take a second and listen.
Decentralized applications to realize that overarching vision. That vision is going to be realized in every sector of the industry. I mean, what you hear about a lot is the finance sector, but it's much broader than that. It's going to be in finance, it's going to be in real estate, it's going to be in supply chain use cases, and et cetera, et cetera. Every part of the internet, every sector of society is going to be affected by this technology and this model in this new version of the internet that's being created. And Hedera is one of those players.
Right? You guys get the picture. In my personal opinion, and because I hold a lot of Hbar, not financial advice, I have a firm belief that they are going to be a major player considering some of the ongoing developments happening on the Hedera ecosystem. So let's head back over to our report and continue to read through this. If you guys are enjoying these highlights so far, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube. Don't forget that this is just a collective view of some of the insights that the private CYPRX researchers deliver in our private community. This is not even scratching the surface of the fundamentals that we cover in the private CYPRX Discord, where literally, not even an exaggeration, hundreds of fundamentals like this that never reach the mainstream are shared throughout the entirety of the week in our Discord. If you guys want access to these fundamentals, keeping you in the loop with ongoing research and developments in the digital asset space, head over to CYPRXtrading.com. Come and join us in the Discord. We would love to have you on the team, and we would love to keep you in the loop with what's happening behind the scenes to keep you forward looking and focused on the future of this digital asset ecosystem. So back to some of the transformative things that took place during the month of September in the Hedera ecosystem. We had the AUDD launch on Hedera September 12, 2024. The Australian digital dollar partnered with the Hbar Foundation to launch as a Hedera token service on the Hedera network. This collaboration marked a major step forward, advancing digital finance by leveraging Hedera's scalable and energy-efficient network. The integration enables faster, more secure, and cost-efficient transactions, positioning the AUDD as a powerful asset in international remittances and real-time payments. FED, I'm not going to butcher that individual's last name, the CEO of AUDC Pty Ltd emphasized the strategic importance of the Hedera network, citing its unmatched speed and security as a key enabler for transforming digital payments. And this coexists with what Mance Harmon just said, that Hedera will be a major player in this new internet financial system. This partnership is set to accelerate the AUDD adoption globally, especially in sectors that require real-time, low-cost digital transactions. So that was one of the first major things that happened in September on Hedera. Then number two, Hedera's Asset Tokenization Studio launched on September 12th. The Hedera Asset Tokenization Studio was introduced as a groundbreaking toolkit for issuing and managing tokenized bonds and equities. Unlike traditional standards that rely on off-chain management, Hedera's solution ensures that the entire tokenization process remains securely on-chain. This studio is designed for specifically financial institutions, offering features such as bond coupons, stock dividends, and compliance with regulatory needs. Keep in mind, just like some developments on the XDC network, Hedera is a major player helping build out the infrastructure, enabling support for these financial institutions to be comfortable enough to onboard into this digital asset ecosystem, which is why in my portfolio, Hbar is one of the assets that I firmly believe is going to perform extremely well over the next couple of years as financial institutions continue to adopt and migrate into this digital asset ecosystem. So that was the second development in September that we saw on the Hedera network. Now, we also saw Hedera join the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust as a founding premier member. So this happened on September 16th. In a monumental move, Hedera contributed its entire source code, including the hashgraph consensus algorithm and core services, to the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust under the Hero project. This open source contribution marks the first time a public blockchain has donated its full code base to an independent foundation, underscoring Hedera's commitment to transparency, open governance, and decentralized innovation. This is, in my personal opinion, absolutely massive, right? Then on September 16th, we had Hedera joining forces with Ripple and Aptos, becoming a founding member of the Mica Crypto Alliance. This initiative, supported by the DLT Science Foundation, aims to streamline compliance across the blockchain industry, focusing on meeting EU regulatory requirements, where the alliance is set to advance regulatory clarity and promote sustainability, helping crypto providers navigate the evolving legal landscape. Nelamini Rubin, Chief Policy Officer at Hedera, expressed how this collaboration strengthens the collective efforts of industry leaders to achieve shared regulatory and sustainability goals. This, in my personal opinion, was added to the CYPRX crypto research report because it just continues to show that Hedera is attempting to be regulatory compliant and move with the changing times to be an industry leading participant in this digital transformation and the adoption of digital assets on a global scale. Moving on to the Flare network. Flare network has seen some monumental growth and monumental developments, especially in September. But before we jump into these developments on Flare network, I want to play a video clip of Hugo Filion, the co-founder of the Flare network, mentioning that he believes that DeFi will be around 10 years from now. The reason why I'm playing this video clip is to stress the importance of you all taking it serious in the now and educating yourself on what DeFi is, how to get involved, and how to get your digital assets working for you, which is why myself and Mr. Aqua created the Wealth 28 Club, which has over 100 video breakdowns on how to get involved in DeFi, how to start learning properly in a mature approach about DeFi to get your digital assets working for you, especially if you're a holder of any of these utility assets. For example, XDC, building out a massive DeFi ecosystem. Same thing with the Hedera ecosystem and with the Flare ecosystem, where you can take those digital assets, if you own them, deploy them onto DeFi platforms and start earning on your digital assets. Take a second and listen to what Hugo Filion says here.
So in 10 years, I think, DeFi is very much still here. I'd like to say that gaming.
Right. So he literally says 10 years from now, he believes DeFi will only continue to expand and will still be here. That is why I cannot stress enough that right now is time for you to get educated. It's not time for you to be stagnant and skeptical and think that this is a hoax or a scam, because we're seeing massive developments unfold behind the scenes to grow and scale out the DeFi ecosystem. And the Flare network is at the forefront of that. Now, if you're not too familiar with what Flare is, again, teach zone, go do your own personal research. But this month, Flare has upgraded its decentralized data system, or the FTSO v2, which provides faster, more secure, and scalable data feeds. It updates every 1.8 seconds and can handle up to 1,000 data feeds across different assets, supporting DeFi activities like lending, trading, and cross-chain transactions. That's a mouthful right there, cross-chain transactions. The system uses decentralized data providers and is highly cost-effective, with most feeds available for free. This upgrade strengthens Flare's ecosystem by improving reliability and accessibility, helping users earn, this is a key vocabulary word right here, passive income while supporting advanced DeFi apps in a secure environment. Yet again, stressing that your digital assets could be working for you. And the Flare network is one of those ecosystems that is building out a DeFi ecosystem that, in my personal opinion, is going to be granular in the future. It is going to continue to develop and grow, and I'm looking forward to deploying my Flare on the Flare network in the DeFi ecosystem to earn passive income. So this was a massive development. As you guys can see, this is why this upgrade is significant. It offers secure and decentralized capabilities. It's fast and scalable. It's cost-effective and accessible. Volatility and responsive, where the FTSOV2 can react to market volatility by increasing the number of data providers when needed, ensuring fast adjustments during rapid price changes. For the DeFi ecosystem in particular, the FTSOV2 enhances the performance of lending, borrowing, perpetual futures, and options platforms. It enables accurate pricing and liquidation mechanisms, supports cross-chain transactions, and integrates real-world assets into DeFi. So overall, this upgrade strengthens Flare's infrastructure. Again, just like XDC and Hedera, showing that Flare is attempting to provide that infrastructure, allowing users to deploy their tokens confidently while earning passive income in a secure and reliable ecosystem. This is some of the stuff that we talk about inside the Wealth 28 Club. And again, if you guys want to join the club, have access to over 100 how-to video breakdowns on getting started in DeFi, head over to CYPRXtrading.com. We would love to have you on the team. Let's scroll back up to the top of this report because we had some other great monumental fundamentals that took place during the month of September in this report that we digested for you guys. So we're just going to take a look back at the Gemini 2024 Global State of the Crypto Report, where it gave insights on crypto adoption and attitudes all around the world. The reason why I included this report is because it shows that the sentiment in the digital asset space is still bullish for multiple different reasons, confirming that we are still in the early stages of cryptocurrency adoption and that investors' interest is on the rise. Now, one of the main things that I wanted to read in this report was right here, potential for returning investors, where the report highlights that over 70% of past crypto owners are likely to re-enter the market in the next year. Here you can see it mentions right here, past crypto owners are likely to return. Despite leaving the crypto market downturn during the past, crypto owners are bullish about digital assets, signaling that they will be ready to buy again. More than 70% of respondents over the past owners say they are likely to buy cryptocurrency in the next year. And you can see some statistics from the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and Singapore, which, and again, my personal opinion shows that if you are in the digital asset space now, before 70% of these individuals surveyed come back into the digital asset space, you are early. We are early in this space. All right. So I thought that I'd throw that in there. Now, this one was very interesting. It says the majority of crypto owners want to allocate 5% or more to digital assets, where the majority, 57% of crypto owners, said that they are comfortable making crypto a core part of their investment portfolio. I thought that that again was another interesting highlight from this particular report. Now, if you guys want to read this entire report, you guys can click on, again, the CYPRX X profile, where we delivered this report for you guys just a couple of days ago. You can literally read through the entire thing. Moving on, we have two more monumental reports to read from this crypto report that we released to you guys just a couple of days ago. And I want to touch on this announcement right here, where I listed major banks. On the 10th of September, this was monumental in my personal opinion. Standard Chartered announced the launch of its highly anticipated digital asset custody service in the UAE, marking a big step forward for the bank and wider crypto industry. This new service, approved by Dubai's financial regulators, allows clients to safely store their digital assets starting, remember, keep in mind, only starting with the two largest cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum. This service was designed to meet the needs of institutional clients, providing them with secure and a regulated way of holding digital assets. However, on this report, here's the link. You guys can click it and open and read it yourself. Look at what it says here. This is monumental. It says, the bank plans to broaden its scope in the coming months to encompass a wider range of digital assets and is actively exploring opportunities to extend its custody services to other key financial hubs in its footprint markets, which in my personal opinion is extremely bullish because it shows that these large financial institutions like Standard Chartered are looking to expand digital assets that they might hold on their balance sheet outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which in my personal opinion is a monumental announcement. And this is something that took place again towards the beginning of September. So here is a simplified breakdown of that announcement and the report. If you don't want to read the whole thing, you can read the sub highlights from our digest. Then we also had the automotive industry announce some major thing, where we wrote, in a groundbreaking move for the automotive industry, Ford and Toyota have filed a combined total 43 blockchain-related patents in Q2 2024, signaling a monumental shift in how vehicles are managed and tracked. How could you be bearish in an industry where leading experts in the automotive industry are literally drafting blockchain patents? I don't see how people could be bearish on this space. I get that short-term price fluctuations can negatively affect people's emotions, but zoom out and have a long-term perspective, which is why we included that portion of the report so you guys can see that some of the largest organizations are adopting these technologies. Last but not least, I will end it here for you guys. We had the Future of the European Competitiveness report. This is a report from September 2024. And the main thing that we want to stress in this report is that it mentions in the document, it discusses the importance of a digital sector and the need for Europe to capitalize on future waves of digital innovation, despite some sectors already being at a disadvantage. It points out that while Europe faces challenges in scaling up its tech sector, there are still opportunities to establish strong positions in things like AI and autonomous robotics. The document also emphasizes the need for Europe to adapt in order to remain relevant and competitive in the global landscape. The reason why we included that in this report is to show you guys that we as manual retail investors, if we want to remain competitive, if we want to gain an edge in the market, and if we want to capitalize on this fourth industrial revolution and the massive opportunities at hand in the now, we need to adapt as well. We cannot remain sidelined and fearful because of market downturns or skepticism that we might see on Twitter and YouTube. If you guys do the digging and you do research, you will see that every large organization, every major jurisdiction has a digital asset team, has an agenda for 2030 via this digital transformation, and is for a fact integrating these digital technologies into the fabric of our everyday lives. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this report. We did not cover the full digest and go over everything in this report, but again, you guys have access to this report if you head over to the new X profile, CYPRX Research Labs official. The handle that you would type into the search bar is just CYPRX Research. Go give this new platform a follow. We do appreciate the love and the support. This is where the CYPRX Research team will be dropping these reports and many other fundamentals shared within our private CYPRX Discord. As always, would love to see you guys on the team. You can head over to CYPRXtrading.com, view the many different options that we have for you all to join CYPRX and further boost your education, whether it's through trading, investing, learning about the digital transformation. We have all aspects covered for you guys. With that being said, always do your own personal research. Just because I talked about the XDC network or Hedera or Flare in this report does not mean that you should go out and buy it. Always do your own personal research and invest strategically and wisely. With that being said, many blessings to you guys. Keep your head up out there, and I will see you in the next video breakdown.